With your help, I came up with a plan, and I think it's going to help a lot of people in the garden. In my last video, I shared with you that my garden had become a lot more overwhelming than enjoyable. Wow. You all absolutely flooded the comments with ideas to make my life easier. And after reading every single one of them, something finally clicked. But I think that before I even set foot in the garden, I need to create a really good plan.
I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
So today, instead of working in the garden because it's over 100 degrees outside, I'm mapping out a 5-zone plan to maximize the beauty while minimizing the overwhelm. And I'm including a secret zone that I don't even let the neighbors see. I made it easy. So this is the HOA-friendly zone, which means everything that the neighbors get to see that needs to be manicured and kept pretty tidy. Before I thought, oh, this side yard would look great as a butterfly sanctuary. No, that's a really bad idea. I need to get rid of these pots. I need to minimize the work on this side because it's where my neighbors will see it. And if I don't feel like working on it, well, I just gave myself work even if I don't feel like it. I also want to be able to hand this over to a landscaper or my husband and not have to be fully hands-on on this side of the yard. On one of the comments, someone said that it looks like a gas station landscaping. Hey, if that means it's zero maintenance and always green, I'll take it. Oh, cardboard, cardboard. That was another one of those comments that went on and on about termites. Some of you pointed out that I shouldn't put cardboard right up against the foundation of the house, and I really appreciate that. So I have adjusted my plan in the future that instead of putting it right up against the house, I will be keeping it a little bit further away, about a foot or so, just to keep an eye on it and making sure that nothing goes wrong. Because actually I really, really do love using cardboard, and I do see me doing that again. Also, I need to be careful with the fence. All right, enough about the neighbors. Now let's go to zone 2, which is in the backyard. One of my favorite trees that makes a lot of trash, unfortunately. One piece of advice that kept coming up in your comments was stop fighting the leaves. And I think that you are right. I relocated some baby elephant ears and a hydrangea that were near the fence on the left side. I also piled up some leaves where the mower will go when my husband mows in a couple of days, and that way he can shred them up and we can start using that as mulch for this tree and it can decompose a little easier. But let's get into something a little bit more exciting. As you come out into the covered porch and then out into the concrete pad, then you can see the backyard. This is zone 3. So that side and this side is going to become my play area. It makes sense because it's in the back and I can work on it when the heck I want to. Also on this side, I have a really cool agapanthus and grasses, blueberries, some plum trees right here. And on this side, I've got the eagle stems, which I have a video about. I also have an olive tree starting to grow. And I've got a whole bunch of things right here that could be well improved. The Chinese pistache, the autumn cherry tree. And the reason I think I'm excited to call this the native garden and the bird sanctuary is for 2 reasons. One is I do have a native plant. This right here is a really cool honeysuckle. It's actually a native plant to most of the eastern United States. As you can see, there's a little flower. inside the little flower. There's so much nectar, and the hummingbirds are what really love this plant. Where did he go? It attracts hummingbirds. He's on the other side, on my neighbor's side. I recently added a bird bath and an AI bird feeder, which is a lot of fun when you're trying to create an area for this. So I also got a comment by a lot of you about that I had too many spaces between my plants, that I need to pack them tighter. So I think that's what's going to happen on these two sides. Zone 3 is going to be where I pack it in and I get the most out of this land. For reference, that's the Loquat area, Zone 2. And here we are, Zone 3 on this side. And right across from it, there's Zone 3. And my lovely baby prince. And now we're in the secret zone. This is my little secret. Okay, not really, because probably thousands of people will see it at some point, but it is my secret to my neighbors. I think it's important for every gardener to have an area where you can be a little messy if you have to, and you can pick it up whenever the heck you want to. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to impress anyone, and you can totally feel free. Way in the back is the natural area by the water. We cut down a couple of pines because there were even more than this, and grass started naturally growing back there. We've got some beautiful azaleas under the pine trees that bloom in the spring, and then some crocosmias that bloom in the summer. The rest of it we're pretty much leaving alone. We like to sit out there by our fire pit. This is going to be as natural as possible and just enjoy it. Dividing the yard in 5 zones is probably the best idea I've had so far about how to take care of the whole yard without feeling overwhelmed. So that's the plan you helped me create with your ideas. Now it's time to take action and make it happen. Which zone do you think that I should work on first?